Hello, how are you? This is Els coming from Bemis Crafty Corner, and today we're going to do this. We're going to make a tag. Yes, we are. We're going to make a tag. This is not a normal tag. This was inspired by Amy. Hags wanted something that, like a tag, but something that she could use a little bit more. So I have this tag, and I put this together for her, and decided that I want to share with you guys. Okay, so this is the tag that I made for Amy, and it opens up and has all this journal space. Even better, let's get a thing. Here we go. This was designed to go into your journal and hold on securely to your journal page. Okay? So I'm going to get a supply list together for this one. I'm going to tell you what you need to do it, and then I'm going to walk you through all the steps, okay? I'll be right back. Quick supply list on this one. You're going to want some paper and some ephemera, a file folder, scoreboard, scoring tool, no bone folder, paper trimmer, corner rounder, ink and dauber in an appropriate color, some scissors, a pencil, and you probably want your eyelet pliers and some eyelets, okay? Alrighty. I'm going to clear this out of the way. I'm going to come back. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the file folder, and then we're going to move on from there, okay? I'll be right back. So the file folder is simple enough. You're just going to cut this as wide as you want your tag. So I'm going to go 2 3/4. And I'm going to cut it 3, and I'm going to tell you why. So I've cut at 3. I'm going to turn this over now, and then I'm going to put it at 2 3/4, and I'm going to cut the rest off. And the reason is that I have found with a lot of file folders, when they fold them, they're just slightly off. And, I don't want that. All right, so that's the first part. Then the next part is going to be to cut your tag to length, but we're going to cut it with the fold over here, okay? So I'm going to do this one at 6 inches. So I'm just going to put it in here at 6 inches, and I'm going to cut the extra off, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and put my paper cutter to the side. And I'm going to bring over the scoreboard. Now, on one side of this, it has these natural, where they already put these in. That's the side we want. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fold this up and put that into the trimmer. And you'll see there's one at 1/4 of an inch, one at 1/2 an inch, one at 3/4 of an inch. You're going to put one at 1 inch. Okay? Then fold this back down, put it back in your trimmer. 1/2 an inch. 1/2 an inch. And that is going to let you trim from that mark to your score line. And that is going to give you your tag shape. Okay? So we're done with the scoreboard. I'm going to get rid of this and come back. We're going to start with paper and doing a little decorating and stuff. And then we're going to finish this off. So I'll be right back. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is round corners. And you don't have to if you want your tag to have straight corners, that's fine too. And then I'm going to take that crease that we put in and I'm going to fold it. okay? And then I'm going to take my adhesive and I'm going to put glue to the line just above the crease that we put in. And I'm going to glue this down. Now that's going to let the flap come up, but it's also going to leave that piece that we're going to need to clip this onto a book page. So we're letting that dry, and while it's drying we can go ahead and start inking. And today I'm using really dark red ink because, you know, it's a Disney one with Mickey Mouse, and so I decided I was going to ink this all in red today. So I'm going to ink the whole thing. Front and back, inside and out. And once I have the whole thing inked up, then I can start looking at doing some decorating. So for me, that's going to look like adding some paper and so on and so forth. So let's do this, okay? I kind of like this. So let's do this. So let's take some measuring. Ugh. Let me get this out of the way before because we know I will mess it up. All right, so it is 2 3/4 inches across, and I want to go from my point here down. So that's 5 inches. So I'm going to go 4 3/4 by 2.5. Okay, I'm going to round 2 corners on here because it has to, you know, has to look right. All right. Ink on the very, very edge, just to get rid of the white line. And to kind of help it blend in a little. And then I'm going to put this on the front of my tag. Just like that. Just a little bit adhesive and down it goes. All right. Now, at this point, that's dry. So I will show you the rest of this, and then you don't have to watch any more of this video if you don't want to. Alright, I'm going to get all this out of the way real quick so I can show you what to do with this, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is our tag. This is our top piece, and this is the flap that we put on. And if you're going to put any paper in here, just make sure that when you put it on, it doesn't interfere with that crease, okay? And then, pretty simple from here on. We're just going to find the eyelet we want to use. going to go in and put in our hole. Put the eyelet in. We're going to set the eyelet. Put in ribbon just like we normally would on any tag. Okay? But because of the way that we glued this, that is what allows the book page to slide up in and allows this to hang on a page. Okay? So, that's the trick. That's the secret. I'm going to go ahead and continue to finish this one up. If you want to stick around, fantastic. I will be right back to finish decorating. And just so you know, I'm going to show you what to do with some really ugly paper. Be right back. All right. So I have a little quote here from Walt Disney. And I've decided I'm going to put that on this side of the tag. And nobody wanted to hear me fussy cut, so, you know. I did that off camera. Because I just wanted to put one of the little castles on here, you know. So this is Walt Disney's quote, and it says, "Laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever." So, got that on there, and I'm going to put some blingy bling on there. So let's put some bling bling. It's just to give it a little bit of dimension because it's kind of a flat page. And then I'm going to start working on the other side. So on this side, going to put such a question. I think I'm going to put this, okay? So, for anybody keeping track, our tag is 2 3/4 inches wide, and from that fold down is 5 inches. So, 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. 2 1/2. 3 3/4, round corners, ink. We're not really worried about inking the paper so much as just getting rid of the white line. Alright, bring our tag over. Well, that couldn't have gone worse. I not get that long enough. All right, let's try that again. 2 3/4 inches wide, 2 1/2. and then 4 3/4. And then round the corners. Let's try that. Oh, much better. Okay, ink. Now I'm going to glue this down. And I could tape this if I wanted to. Doesn't matter because this is a non-stress area. And again, I'm avoiding that hinge. There we go. And I have these. And I think we'll fussy cut this out real quick. Now would be a good time to turn your volume down, because, you know, I'm a cussy cutting. Alright, so every pad has like a god-awful, ugly, hideous paper in it. They all do. I think that they put them in there just as filler. You know, like, alright, we put in 10 really cool sheets. Let's just fill this thing out. And so they put in the most awful paper. And they always manage to put, if it's double-sided, they always manage to put 2 good papers back to back and 2 awful papers back to back. And that drives me crazy. Alright, so we're getting rid of the red edge, the white edge here. And then I'm going to attach this. Right there. And I'm going to add Mickey Mouse right there. I don't know, it's starting to look very Mickey. Alright, so now, here's that ugly piece of paper. This thing is just, it's plain on one side, it's ugly on the other, and ew. So let me show you what I do with them. So, we have 2 3/4 here. So I'm going to cut this to 2 1/2. And then I'm going to cut my piece here, which we already know is 4 3/4. And I'm going to cut 2 of these. Alright, so now I have 2 ugly pieces of paper. And my 2 ugly pieces of paper are 2 1/2 inches wide by 4 3/4 inches long. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock. And I'm going to cut this 1/8 of an inch narrower. 1/8 of an inch shorter. I'm going to cut 2 of them. Let's see. Alright, get rid of this real quick. Okay, so now around the edges, and around the edges, and then I'm going to go ahead and ink this. More ink on my dauber. I would touch it, right? It's okay, I'll just ink the other side. Okay, get that out of here. And then I put some glue on here. Or tape, if that's what you want to use. Entirely up to you. And then this is going to fit on here so close. It's disgusting. Okay, and then we'll do the next one. Again, so close. So now you've used the ugly paper, and it's there. You've got the color, but you really can't tell what the ugly paper is. All right, so now I'm going to take these. Glue, 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 glue. I'm going to put them in here. That's one. Two, and then just a little piece of ribbon at the top, and this one's good to go. So I'm going to finish this up and I will be right back. Alright, so here they are. This is the original that we did, with the little journaling space on the inside and a little spot in the back where you can journal. That's the original, and this is the one that we just did together. And I added a little bit of shimmer spray to this. And so we have, you know, the little castle in the back and the Walt Disney quote. And then we have Mickey in the front. And when you open it up, plenty of journaling space. And we use some ugly paper. So that's it. That's my little project. All of the dimensions and everything, of course, will be in the description box below to make this size tag. And that's it. So if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that red button for me and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends, and then your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends, and before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I go live on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 11, 12, 1 across the country, 8 o'clock over in Hawaii. I also post videos on Mondays and Wednesdays, and starting in January of 2022, I'll be doing free classes where a video will post on Saturday, and then Saturday evening, I will go live to discuss what was included in the video and to help anybody who may have questions about what's going on or what they need to be doing or how they did something. So that's it. That's all I have for you. Don't forget to check out my 12 of 22 journal challenge. Until the next time, stay safe. Bye-bye.